Strangely, the British Equestrian website is silent on these topics. Now, obviously, they have had other things on their minds with the Olympics and the Paralympics and Charlotte Dujardin, but perhaps now in this second half. Good afternoon and welcome to Harveywetdog, where we're having another look at the subject of social license to operate in the equestrian world. And I'm perhaps guilty of, the last time I looked at this subject, of saying we wouldn't hear anything from either the FEI or the BAF until next year, 2025, when in fact FEI certainly have made massive strides in the last few months, even though at the same time they've been organising the equestrian activities at the Olympic Games. The two areas that the FEI have made tremendous strides in is in the Sports Forum, which took place in April 2024, and that reported or brought to a conclusion the work of the Equine Ethics and Wellbeing Commission and reported the findings of the Commission to the Forum and proposed a way forward, an action plan forward. And part of that action plan was released in July 2024, on the 19th of July 2024, with the Be a Guardian initiative. And of course, the significance of the 19th of July is that it was just 1 week before the start of the Paris 2024 initiatives. So I really recommend that you look at the FEI website and for yourself and see the action plan, see how it goes forward. Now again, a lot of it is giving us dates in 2025, so that's next year. That is all going to take time, and that is in parallel with the work that the BEF are doing, which is also due to see an update to the rulebook for British Equestrian in 2025. Hopefully those two activities can keep in step and we won't get in a situation where the FEI work delivers and we then have to go through another revision of the British Equestrian rulebook. Now, I have written about this in my blog and tried to give you some links there to the various reports on the FEI website. Strangely, the British Equestrian website is silent on these topics. Now, obviously, they have had other things on their minds with the Olympics and the Paralympics and Charlotte Dujardin, but perhaps now in the second half of the year, we'll see them reporting on the Be a Guardian initiative, how it aligns with our own health horse welfare initiatives, A Good Life for Horses, and how they're going to take the action plan from FEI and work it forward.
Well, let's look at the equine welfare strategy in a little bit more detail. And we can see on this slide, taken from the FEI, that the concepts of a good life for horses and that we are guardians of FEI horses is well within that strategy, embedded within it. The next slide shows the journey that we're on from the Welfare Committee final report last year into implementation. We were on step 3, which is the April Sports Forum in Lausanne. Pardon my French. And we're now going to look at the action plan, and which the next stage will be to get that approved. This is the matrix of action, which you can see is based on the Welfare Committee priority areas of focus. 6 areas that we'll look at in a second. It also links to their recommendations, but what the Sports Forum were looking at were the columns: what is the FEI doing, the possible future action that they might take, and how do they collaborate with the national federations and other stakeholders and organisations. We also see this concept of the 5 domains, which I have to say I'm not an expert on. Again, I've taken this slide straight off the FEI, one of their presentations, but you can see the idea is that we're ensuring that our horses have a positive mental state which will equate to their good welfare. So I said we'd look at where the key issues within the 6 priority areas of focus were derived from in the Welfare Committee report, and it's worth noting that this is 2 pages within a 49-page document, and this really is the heart now of the action plan going forward. But I think they've tried to condense all the feedback that they had in various surveys that they undertook in 22 and 23 and pulled it into these 6 priority areas of focus. And if you watch the video, you can see the members of the Sports Forum talking through those issues. Here's an example I've picked out under priority area of focus 3, which is accountability, enforcement and knowledge. That's taken straight out of the report, 3.1 to 3.8. You can see there they've also added the recommendations and which domain of animal welfare it applies to. Here's one of the early recommendations which related to field of play regulations across disciplines. That was under the heading of accountability. And looking forward, that's what the FEI are doing, the action that they could take. And as you see, it comes down to education and training in the form of video-based simulations for training of judges in all disciplines. And in terms of collaboration going forward, that'll all be by communication, dissemination of information and education under the heading of accountability and enforcement. And also, what can they do to improve knowledge? And again, there's a whole host of future actions. And Campus, FEI Campus, does seem to have a lot of good information on it. They recommend that it's upgraded to bring it up to date. I picked this out of the report, the welfare report. I just like this idea of this triangle and the idea of we're driving animal welfare up to ensure that all horses enjoy a good life. I like a good graphic. Having said that, I did go back to these words that the head of the Welfare Commission said straight on, that social acceptability isn't something that you can market your way out of. And that's what's important going forward. What is actually being done as a result of that work. And this is the page you're looking for on the FEI website. This is the Be a Guardian page. This is where it takes you. And you can see the action plan, you can look at campus, and also look back at the work of the Welfare Commission.
I hope it helps that I've brought these issues to your attention. As I say, look at the FEI website, take in some of that data, work through the training course, work through the action plan, see how that can, if you can see how that will help improve the life of horses, commit to being a guardian of the horses in your care, and we'll take it from there. From a Harveywetdog perspective, I've got 2 more events to attend this year. Blenheim next week. I'm really looking forward to that. The weather looks splendid for the 4 days of competition. So that should produce some good video. And then after that, towards the end of October, I'm hoping to go back to Bigton. So thank you for supporting Harveywetdog. Thank you for the comments on the videos. Thank you for watching the videos. If you want to subscribe to the channel, please do. And see you next time at Blenheim. Thank you. Bye.